Hello, Primals. Welcome back. Today I want to talk about narcissists and holiday games. Now, before we go on with the topic, I just want to appreciate everybody that has subscribed or liked or commented on the channel recently. I really appreciate the support, and that is the best way you can support this channel for the time being. So feel free to do so. I'd love to hear your thoughts and your stories and just get to know you more. So, with that being said, the the agenda of the narcissist on the holiday season, and really at any holiday, is to make you seem foolish to the flying monkeys, which are basically the people that are loyal to the narcissist that may or may not even know that they are under the spell of the narcissist. And their goal is also to minimize any achievements that you've made. So, for example, if you're at the holiday get together with whoever it is that you're getting together with, and you have a new position at your job, or you just got a new job, or you just got into a relationship, and there's something good going on for you. Anything good going on for you isn't going to be fun for the narcissist. But you'll notice that they don't really seem excited for you, or they just kind of brush it off, or they're trying to get more questions to see whether or not, like, what your weakness is in that promotion at your job, or oh, you're just that, or oh, I thought you'd be doing this. And they try to turn everything that you are accomplishing into a minimization of your efforts. And something that I did in the past, and that I would encourage people to do, is to write down 5 to 10 positive things that you love about yourself, and then say them out loud to yourself in the mirror before you go to visit. And hearing your own voice say these things is an affirmation to yourself, and it helps you hold on to who you are, because that's really one of the main things that the narcissist wants to do, right? It's to separate you from who you are. And so when you do this and you hear these things in your own voice, it's going to reinforce that positive mindset and really keep your morale high. And so also, in the case of gaslighting, when you're at the event, be aware also for guilt tripping or any other form of manipulation. And I would say to consider these statements. So the first would be, I prefer not to talk about other people when they aren't around to defend themselves. And I'd like to change the topic. I will help clean up over here. I'm going to see who needs help cooking. Or simple, please excuse me, and just leave the room if that's the only thing that you can do. The first statement, I prefer to not talk about other people when they aren't around to defend themselves, is something that I thought about in a previous engagement and event when I was around a narcissist. This was a while ago, but I just noticed a lot of the gossiping and a lot of the negative talk about other people. And, I'm all about factual, like, I'm all about being factual. If there's somebody that is more of a liability than an asset, I'm going to call you out on it. The thing is, though, is that I'm going to call it out to your face. I'm not going to call it out behind your back and then pretend to wear a mask when I see you again. If I don't like you, I'm not going to like you, and you're going to know it. I'll still be cordial. I'll still be polite in regards to civility, but I'm not going to want to associate with you, and you're going to know it. And that's not the, and I'm not trying to be rude with that, but I'm just saying that with the narcissist, though, they're going to pretend to be nice to you, and then behind your back, they're going to talk bad about you and talk crap about you. And so I've noticed that whenever people are just gossiping for the sake of emotional whatever, I just kind of excuse myself by saying, and or defending the person that really isn't there, right? Because that's really what you're doing is like, look, this person isn't around, so why are we talking about them? And like you're trying to just attack a straw horse, really. So the second, uh, the second statement is, I'd like to change the topic. If there's an argument forming or something like that, you can notice that the tension's building. Just change the topic, and if they want to come back to the topic, that's fine. But know that you're always welcome to just excuse yourself from the situation as well, or just to change the situation up. The third and the fourth statement is, I'll help clean up over here. Saying I will instead of I might, or I think I will, I think I can. Saying I will and not putting like an I think or an I might be able to, it makes your it makes your stance more firm, and it makes you more in control of just who you are and where you're going. And I've noticed that saying I will instead of like I might, it just holds yourself more accountable as well. Um, and then also, I'm going to see who needs help cooking. Well, cooking is a great skill for anybody to have. And also, it's just a great way to get away from anybody that's causing you too much shit in your life. You don't need that. Um, Also, know what matters to you when you're at this event and stay focused on the bigger picture. Don't share any kind of information or goals that take too much spotlight away from the narcissist and their need for attention or admiration or entitlement. Not only will it save yourself a headache, but it'll also save your goals from being attacked. And I mean this both emotionally and spiritually. Something I've really noticed with narcissists over the last couple years is that whenever they know about my goals, whether it's like kind of by omission or by commission, no matter what, they something happens in the universe where like it's like Satan himself tries to do everything he can to stop me from completing my goals. And so really what I found to do is just to grind in the silence, grind in the dark, and only show people the results, because that's really what's going to matter at the end of the day anyway. For a lot of different people, is performance based results are going to be more impressive, and it's going to be more telling of your competence as well. So just keep that in mind when you're around a narcissist at these events as well. Know your boundaries ahead of time, and if they're crossed, enforce them or be prepared to walk away. It's unfortunate, but I've had to walk away from a lot of situations where the narcissist was just wanted me to play dumb, and I didn't want to do it at this family event. And when I tried to leave, I was confronted, and I was asked, why am I feeling, or why am I acting this way really? And I said, do you really want to know? Because I'm willing to talk about it, but I'm not sure if it's going to be, I'm not sure how you're going to take it. And I realize now that was a mistake. I should have probably just left and understood that nothing was going to change. But we ended up, me and the narcissist ended up talking, and of course it didn't go that well. And I triggered the narcissistic rage, in fact, and it was not a pretty sight. And it was very, it just went to show how punishing your present relationships for past mistakes in which there was no involvement of this present relationship will absolutely cause the relationship to collapse on itself. And that's really what the narcissist does by being what they are. And it's unfortunate, but that's the way it is. So also remember that a narcissist wants to win at all costs. And being fed a dose of reality is different than being forced to entertain a series of chaos. And that's really another thing that I learned, is that it's okay to walk away from these situations where, even though it doesn't seem like it, because you've been told your whole life about certain things, about social conventions and how you should behave around family and all that. And it's like, well, at what point does my health suffer at your expense? Or rather, I said that wrong. At what point does my health suffer at my expense for the sake of your entitlement? That's more like it. And so that's really what I have taken from a lot of these holidays, spending time with the narcissists. So just keep these things in mind, and just remember that you are who you are, and that no one can change that. And may peace be with you this day. Till next time.